This is what's left of Glenda Davidson's home of 21 years. Today she's returning to the ruins with her son Glenn.
My husband passed away recently. He had dementia. And all my memories of him are in that house. And now they're all gone. That is my biggest thing. It's that 50th wedding anniversary in a couple of days. And I think, we would have celebrated that at home. And now we can't. Anyway.
It's been 2 weeks since a thunderstorm described by weather experts as a tornado ripped through the Gold Coast hinterland. On Christmas night, Glenda watched the storm roll in on her deck downstairs with a friend. Her daughter and 3 granddaughters were all upstairs.
We rushed inside and my glass door, which is a sliding door, blew in. It was frightening. And then I heard the girl screaming upstairs. Leanne had tried to close the 4 big doors across the deck and they just blew in. And when they blew in, it was like a tunnel. It just took the house down like a deck of cards.
Across Queensland, 9 people died in the Christmas storms. Miraculously, Glenda's family all escaped.
I could hear the roar of the storm and everything shattering. I got out and I'm trying to get up the driveway, crawling my way, and I saw that the house was flattened and I was just hysterical. Next minute, Jill said, they're coming down the back stairs. And there they were, carrying the pets. I just couldn't believe it.
2 weeks on, a handful are still without power. Others don't have a home to return to. The owner here was too traumatised to speak to us. What's left of his home of 30 years will be demolished. Further inland, another home was cleaved in 2.
Yeah, it's heartbreak. That's what it is. It's just, you put a lot of time and effort into it and don't really ask for much from anyone, and yeah, it's a nightmare.
Sean Lawney runs his own business, a nursery cultivating mature trees for commercial projects.
I suppose the first thing for us is clean up. We've got to get rid of all the stuff that's damaged and then assess from there what we can save and what we can salvage.
90% of his saplings and trees were toppled or damaged in the extraordinary storm. He hasn't heard back from his insurer yet. The damage bill will be enormous.
Hundreds of thousands, yeah, easily. So it's not only that, it's all the infrastructure now that's your irrigation and that's not working because something's fallen on it, and trying to figure out what's going on there.
How do you wear that?
Just do it. No one else is going to come help me, so you just got to get on with it, I suppose.
The state government puts the damage bill at $2 billion and climbing, and it's tested the limits of emergency response crews.
It has been, physically and mentally draining, but that's for everyone, for all of the SES volunteers and other members of the public that have assisted us. So it was, no time to put your feet up and relax.
SES volunteers like Sandy Bell gave up their own Christmases to assist in back-to-back disasters of Cyclone Jasper in North Queensland, and now this.
I looked at some decorations in one of the places that I had to stay here overnight in, and they had the Christmas decorations still up, and I went and looked and said, oh my gosh, it's Christmas. I had sort of forgot that it was.
Energex crews have worked 24-hour shifts to restore more than 1,000 downed power lines. The Australian Defence Force and SES have cleared roads and a seemingly endless trail of fallen trees.
I think everyone's first response was, let's make our community safe, let's make our community accessible, let's get our power on, now what else do we need to do? And I'm sure that for some people that's far too slow, but given the enormity of what's occurred, I'm really impressed with the ability to mobilise that we've had.
The wind speed in this event is about 100 to 160 kilometre per hour, and that would be equivalent to a wind gust that we can observe in a Category 2 tropical cyclone.
Dr. Annie Lau researches extreme weather events and future threats. She says storms like this one will be more frequent.
Into the future, with more heat in the atmosphere, we may see more severe thunderstorms because of a stronger uplift, thermal uplift of air, and more atmospheric instability. So there is a potential for more frequent severe thunderstorm in this part of Australia.
Disaster payments are available via the state and federal governments. In total, over 900 properties were damaged throughout the region.
We understand this isn't over. We understand that for some people this has been the biggest trauma they'll have in their life. It's why the Recovery Hub at present and ongoing, we will have support not just financially, but we had the likes of Red Cross and the Salvos in there with emergency payments, but also BoCare there with counselling services. We've got psychologists available to continue to help people.
Glenda Davidson is haunted by the moments she believed her family were all dead.
I go to bed at night 2 weeks later and I still relive it. My 11-year-old can't even sleep alone.
Compounding it all, looters have picked through what's left. But with home insurance and now securing a rental home, she says she's lucky.
I feel lucky that I've still got my family and my grandkids, all of them. Everybody I know has been really good.